Hi,
Hi.
I'm Max, knitwear designer, co-founder of Les Garçons, and I will never take electricity for granted anymore. More on that later if you're not from Quebec.
I'm Vincent. I'm a yarn dyer, co-owner of Les Garçons, and I think I want a child. No, I don't. Look at his face.
No,
No.
no,
Let's start by what are we drinking?
because we don't have children.
Yes.
I'm drinking whiskey this time. I'll just talk about it later on, but it's from this one, from a trip we just came back. I swear it's whiskey. It's called Gold Bar. It's a San Francisco whiskey distillery from the Bay Area, and I love the fact that even when the bottle's gonna be empty, it's not gonna show, so it's always gonna be on display.
Okay, can I talk about my drink now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm drinking an invention, kind of. It's a drink that I had many years ago, and now it's many years ago, in a cocktail bar nearby, and they discontinued it, but I really like it. So it's vodka, lemon juice, orgeat syrup, elderflower liqueur, and that's it. Topped with Sprite.
It was called
It's fancy.
Maximus.
Maximus Max. Yeah.
So it
that's
should be
what-
my drink, but hey.
Yeah, but I'm drinking it.
So welcome to
Cheers.
a new episode. So we took a little bit more time off than usual, just because we had a lot
Eating
of.
my cherry. Hold on. Okay. Hi.
We took a little bit more time than usual because we were away on different trips,
Yes.
and then something happened in Quebec, so everything has been pushed back a little bit. But we're back. We're here.
Back.
We're queer.
Get used to it.
Get used to it. Yes, get used to it.
Yeah. I was in Vancouver, as we've told you. I was visiting my sister, and my mom was visiting at the same time, so it was kind of a family trip. But my sister just gave birth to an adorable little child called Xavier, and he's very, very fun when he's sleeping and being calm.
You kept
That's
sending
it.
me pretty pictures of you with the baby.
Yes.
And it
I got to carry the baby because my sister is still recovering a little bit from, she had a C-section,
and he's brand new.
and he's little, like he was 3 weeks old when I was there,
Brand new.
brand new. So we got to go out. It was beautiful in Squamish. The weather was nice. It was very sunny and very hot. So we walked around with the baby, and I had the baby with me, and I was having fun. And now I want one.
No.
Because yeah, it's not just the fun parts, right? Yeah. And then Max was super jealous.
Not of the baby.
Not of the baby.
Love kids. Love your kids. I love signing books to kids. But then when they go back to your place and make all the mess and cry and everything, they're yours to take
Yeah.
for. What brought us together is us not wanting kids, which could be a big life decision, and we both decided not to. So we're gonna be amazing uncle for sure.
Yes. I'm gonna visit often, but then I get to go home.
And he's gonna have a lot of knitted things, toys and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, I just something
Yeah.
I'm gonna show.
And yes, I was jealous that you were on the West Coast, and I wanted to travel a little bit too. So I had the crazy idea of meeting you in San Francisco, because you were going to be on the West Coast. So before moving back here, we could actually do something there. So I joined him for a weekend. I flew in on Thursday night. I arrived around 11 p.m.
Yep.
at the hotel, and then the next day you joined me.
Yeah, so I flew from Vancouver to San Francisco. It's about
Yeah.
like 2 hours and a half. was a very nice flight, and I left in the morning, so I got there at like noon, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fun thing is I'm not a morning person at all. But having the 3 hour delay on the opposite side, I was doing a thing around 8 or 9. I'm like, ooh, people outside, morning people. That's
Yes.
amazing. Who are they? Who am I? So by noon, I did a lot of things before you arrived. I went to the bay.
Yeah,
to
you
the
visited
pier,
all of the
the things
like
you've seen before.
touristy
Yeah.
type thing, like the seals at Pier 39, and then
And it's an off
Lombard
season, so
Street.
there weren't a lot of people there compared
No,
to the
and
photo you showed me.
apparently we had good weather, and days
Yeah.
that's been crappy.
Yeah.
So
I got to walk around. The city is bigger than I expected. I thought it was going to be smaller. Like most American cities we've been through, it's hard to see it's hard to see myself living there without a car. Like Montreal is small enough to get everywhere with buses and metro. Same thing with even London. It's big, but you could get everywhere because it's more compact. I don't know. It just was bigger, and we had to walk a lot. But
Yes.
the transit thing was the bus.
yeah,
was
we
quite
took
good.
the transit, we took the bus, the subway, the train, everything.
Yeah. And we've listened to a lot of your suggestion. We went to different yard store, to a restaurant that you've suggested. The
Yes.
gold bar that I
What
showed
was
earlier was from
when-
a suggestion from you guys. The
I
restaurant,
think
you
I'm
mean?
gonna think it was Tony, Tony,
For which one?
sorry, for the flour plus water restaurant. That
yeah.
she's the one that recommended that, but she recommended so many things that we went to as well. So yeah, was another. I was like, I think we've mentioned it. I was in Vancouver.
I don't know. You're
was in-
mentioning it all the time that you've been to San Francisco.
I had
All
already
the
had
time.
been to San Francisco, and he hadn't, and he was jealous. So it was fun to bring into some places that I had been to, but then we did some new things as well.
You were so annoying. Each
No.
time you're like, I think I remember that if you go left there, this is gonna be there. As if you remember that.
Yes.
I know you do. That's why it's
It's
annoying.
like 5.5 years later.
Just yeah,
stuff
5 years.
don't move. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we went to 2 yarn stores.
Yes.
We went to Firebird Yarn. Is it the
Yeah,
whole name?
Firebird yarn. That's what you wrote. So
Yeah, we're gonna.
yeah,
Firebird Yarns.
Yes.
It was in San Francisco. This one.
Yeah.
It was quite nice. They specialize in yarn that are West Coast.
Yeah, localish.
Localish. Yeah.
Yep.
We made some purchases.
Mm-hmm.
I've made, and it's weird because what I fell in love with is not West Coast
Yeah.
located. It's a self-striping yarn. This little ball. There's like some, like the same blue that I'm wearing now, green, browns, and gray. It's from Harvier Land. Hand-dyed yarn, Harvier Land.
Havirland.
It is Potomac sock. It's a 4-ply fingering sock, 75 superwash merino and 25% nylon. There's 462 yard for 100 grams. It's called Shark Cafe.
Yep. It's nice.
Yeah, it was quite nice. It was $35, which I feel really not that expensive for self-striping yarn because it's quite a commitment to.
Yeah, put it in Canadian dollars and then it's gonna be expensive.
Well, everything
Yes.
in Canadian dollars was
Yes.
expensive. It wasn't the greatest time to go to the US with our exchange
Yeah.
rate.
Well,
Well,
what can you do? And they also have each year they commission an artist to do a male pinup illustration of a maker, and then so we bought. I don't remember the years, so sorry. I think it's this year. So we bought this little pin of this guy that knits. We don't see it very much, but there's a little naked bum over here. And then we got this tote bag with this gorgeous guy knitting something. A scarf.
the illustrator is amazing.
It's really good, and it's like the result on the bag. It's like super nice.
Yeah.
So that was one of the yarn stores that we visited.
So thank you, Jacob, for the suggestion, because you told me about the pinup guys there. And I know you're going to be super jealous because we got one.
Yes.
Hope you make it there one day. We might be able to get them online. Or is it...
I have no
or
idea.
maybe it's a in-store exclusive.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
And then we were very lucky because we were there on a weekend. And there's a verb for keeping warm that is located in Auckland. And they're open only Saturdays to the public. I think you can go pick up orders on other days, and maybe you can call ahead and schedule something, but like general hours, they were only open on Saturdays. So we took the train to Auckland, which is like across the bay, and we went there, and Max bought a lot.
Not that much. I wanted to buy even more because everything was gorgeous.
Yes.
Gorgeous. All the colors are amazing. The logo is great. And I got a little excited because they made a sample of the Squareopolis shawl, a collaboration I did with Spin Cycle. And they had it, the sample was there. They even had kits. The branding was amazing, really pretty.
Yeah. And they did it with their own colorway of Spin Cycle.
Yeah,
so that's
which I may have.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When I walked in, the first thing that I grabbed and saw was some spinning fiber. This is... the name is Roasted Root. It's naturally dyed. It's an 85% BFL and 15% silk. And this is like 56 gram. I already had from... She was another natural dyer from Wales. You've met her at Unravel a second time.
No.
I
Yes.
think, yes. I bought a white, like a creamy white and a darker cream. So I'm gonna make a 3-ply with this. This one is gonna do a little fade, and the other two, which have the same amount of spinning fiber. So when I saw it, I knew it was gonna go right with it. Nelly and Eve.
Yes, but that was... You were there.
Yeah, I was there, but you met her the second... Maybe?
Did I?
I think you did.
I'm sorry if I did.
Well, so I just felt like natural dye should all go together, and I just love the idea of mixing them together. And then there was like a big Spin Cycle display, and I love to be able to put my hands on it and actually grab some. And if you say exclusive colorway, I'm always like, yes. So this is their exclusive colorway. It's called Small Wonders. Small Wonder, there's no S. And I just fell in love with the color. I know I can do easily something with it. Love, this one just looked amazing in the Squareopolis shawl, so I know I'm going to be able to put
it.
The
gray was very nice.
Yeah, like a terracotta orange. And I got one of a really popular color. Andrea Mari used it a lot. It's Ghost Ranch. They're all on the dyed-in-the-wool base, so it's a sport weight that goes well with either fingering, sport, or even DK. And I just love the colors. And everything together just was like a mood that I had at the time. I was so happy. And it was really amazing. A really nice store.
Yeah.
The display
it was a nice store. They had, like, one thing that we saw that I loved was the little kits that they had made. Well, the knitting kits were very nicely presented, but they also had kits for crafting magazines. Like there's, I think it's Making Stories, like one that we saw. They have, and in Making Stories they have like sewing projects, and then maybe weaving projects, and like they have different kind of crafts, like not just knitting and crochet. So they had kits, because it's also a fabric store. They also have fabric, so they had little fabric kits to make a cushion or another thing. So it was like, yeah, a very nice store that I would see myself going back to often.
Did you say it earlier? This is their dye studio too, so this is why it's not open on the weekends. They dye there Because I saw a story today that
I
they were like,
wouldn't say that because I'm not sure, but I saw that there was some.
well, today they were drying the yarn
Yeah, I think they were.
in the
There's
store.
dyeing happening there. I don't know if all of it is happening there, and that's why they're closed. But yeah, that's where some dyeing happened as well. So yeah, it's a very nice place.
Yeah, two nice yarn shop in San
Yes,
Francisco. It's always a good reason to
to
visit
travel. Yeah.
and to purchase.
Yeah.
And
So
then we went to a suggestion of yours.
yeah, well, I talked about it. It's called because there's a funny story attached to it.
Maybe.
Very funny story.
You found it funny.
Yes, it was very funny. So we mentioned we went to Flower Plus Water or Flower and Water restaurant. It's in the Mission neighborhood. It's a very nice restaurant. We were probably lucky to get a table, and we got some food. It was amazing. But then at some point,
What
you
I
can
ordered,
tell the story.
the thing is, I was really picky as a kid, but when I grew up, you were really good at making food. So I would just try anything, and I pretty much like all the things. And if I see something new, I'm always excited to try it out. I didn't see anything new in the menu, but I took it was
Green garlic
green garlic,
and
squid
octopus.
octopus spaghetti. Sounds delicious, a little bit
Yeah,
bougie, a
it was
little bit.
very good.
It was quite nice. Start to eat it, and I'm like, something wrong is happening. And we're just like talking and having wine. And I'm like, my tongue start to feel dizzy, like if it's tingly.
Tingly.
And you're talking, and I feel like I'm having an allergic reaction to something, and I'm sort of like, you're trying not to lose your control, and you're freaking out a little bit, and I'm like, there's something is wrong. Like, I'm having a reaction to something, like, and it's not spicy. I have a big difficulty with spicy food because I have too many.
No, stop that.
That's what I
not
read.
true. Yes, no, that's not true.
I have a difficulty with spicy food,
Yeah.
and it's not the same sensation. It just started to be like,
Yeah, no.
if you numb, but imagine if you put your tongue, because I think we all did as a kid, but
Yeah, on the battery.
Yeah,
On the D battery.
yeah, your tongue on a D battery, that's how my mouth started to feel. So I started to freak out, and I explained to him what's happening to me, and we look at what's in my plate, and I'm allergic to nothing as
Yeah.
food related or even anything. And then I'm like, is that umami? Because I read an article about it. I'm like, is this the sensation I'm supposed to have? Like, umami?
Is it what umami feels like? Like, no.
So we looked at the ingredient that there is in it, and you found that there's a sort of pepper.
Yeah. So I knew about it, but he didn't. But there's Szechuan pepper does this, that when you eat it, it kind of like numbs your mouth. It gives like a numbing feeling. And I had never experienced it, but I knew about it. But then in the pasta that he had, it was not Szechuan pepper, it was called Sancho pepper. So it's, and then we Googled it, and it's another I won't be able to say that word correctly, but it's another kind of like the same family of Szechuan pepper. So it did the same thing. So I was like,
I did not enjoy the sensation at all. I don't understand why it was because I ate.
Probably because when you, like I said, when I told him there, like when you know about it, when you know that's what.
Why do you want to numb the tongue? Well, this is where you're gonna get the taste.
It's something. It's a six flavor, like not
Numbness.
sweet, sour,
And
salty, umami, and numb. Maybe
Because I had to eat around where
well,
it was tasty,
like,
but
it's kind of like black pepper. Like it's a kind of, it's not a pepper, the vegetable. It's like pepper the spice. So it's like, yeah, So it would probably was everywhere, the thing.
Yeah.
And I had a few bites and it was fine. I didn't
You felt it a
notice
little.
it.
You didn't
Yeah.
go like allergic reaction like I
But I
was.
only had a few bites, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very funny.
To
It
you.
was so good, the food. Apart from that, but even that was really very good.
Well,
The few bites I had were very good.
it sort of ruined it for me, that dish, because everything around it was really good, but it made for a good story, but it just it just got
It was so
sorry, got us scared a little bit because we were not in our own country, allergic reaction,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all those things just like suddenly little freaking out.
Yeah.
And then when we came back, because this was we left, it was around 15 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
Really,
We came back.
no snow, sunny all the time. Came back here, snow, and then the day
No
after,
snow. The
well, there
first
was
day,
snow outside. We
yes,
still
but
had
the
snow.
first day was kind of nice too when we came back. But then the next day, there was an advisory for freezing rain. And there's a whole story about freezing rain in this part of Canada. But we had like a big freezing rainstorm in 98. I speak like an old person right now. But in 98, there was a big freezing rain spell. And I think there was like 80 something millimeters of freezing rain that fell down. Um, Millions of people without electricity for weeks. It was crazy. So
Throughout the
they,
whole province.
yeah, not the whole like,
Well, you
it
were
was,
touch, I was Montreal. Same.
yeah, but there's
I know, but the whole Quebec
like
had
it was
together
like it
around
was
90.
yeah, it was a big thing. So they were announcing more freezing rain, but this time it was supposed to be like 10 to 20 centimeters, millimeters. So a lot less than in 98. And people kind of like prepared and they were like, nah, it's gonna be fine. But then it hit Montreal and we had 30 to 30 to 40 instead of 10 to 20. And again, I think it was 500,000 people with no electricity in Montreal.
Like all the branches had like this thickness. Imagine if the a branch is like as big as my finger, they had like all of that around it.
Yeah,
in
so
ice.
like if people don't know what freezing rain is, because it doesn't happen everywhere, it's basically rain that freezes when it touches the ground or anything
trees
that
or, yeah,
trees or when it
cars.
like falls down. So what happens is it envelopes the trees and then the trees are too heavy and the branches are too heavy and then they break and then they take down the power lines and that's what happens.
They fell over cars, power lines everywhere.
Yes.
It was
Trees got uprooted. Like it was not an apocalypse, but almost.
because we lost electricity around noon on Friday, and
Yeah.
then we lost
No, on Wednesday.
on Wednesday. Yeah, that's true. And we lost it for about 8 hours, and then it came back. We were like, "Ooh!" Thankfully. But
Yeah.
our friends lost it for 3 to 4
Yeah.
days.
So one of our friend was without power
Yeah.
from Wednesday to Sunday night.
And it's weird because the freezing rain lasted just like a day. After
Yeah.
that, it was super nice outside, but you just see trees everywhere being,
Yeah.
and all the trees started to have like little buds, bourgeons.
Yeah.
Like our spring has been pushed back because
Yeah.
all the little thingies just. So it was quite intense, and there's like
By the adventure.
yeah, there's still some people less than before that still doesn't
Yeah,
have
I think there's
electricity.
like 9,000 people now in Montreal without electricity still. Cause,
Yeah, we're a week from
Yeah.
it, which was quite weird. So this is why we all got everything got
Yeah,
pushed away, and
pushed
then
back,
Easter
yeah,
weekend, yeah. So it was quite something. Thankfully, we're back. The electricity is back. We didn't
all of
lost too many
the
things.
I'm just looking at this square here that's empty. Just a quick word to say thank you for everyone who shopped the free shipping weekend
Oh yeah,
a few weekends ago,
yeah,
and that's why this is empty. We're gonna replenish it. That's it. That was it.
Yep.
My quick apartheid.
So that what's happened in the last few weeks for us.
Yep. We sent today the second month of the Mysterious Sea Club. That means it's been a month since we've sent the first one, which probably means that everybody got it.
We can show it.
We can show it. Apart from, so we're still gonna do a little spoiler alert. If you haven't received it, or if you chose to receive all installments in one shipment, and you don't want to see it yet, just look away. But we're gonna show it.
Yep. This is how it came. As
yes,
we always go with a little colored paper theme with the theme.
Yeah, a little sticker.
So you had it in your hand, but that's the Mysterious Sea Club, the postcard for you to have an idea.
Lose. There you go. And it came with a little sticker, little diver sticker.
The one, yeah.
There you go. And the little diver pin. Oh, it's there you go. And then ooh. That was the colorway. There's a little progress keeper here. It's a little starfish.
It's an effing starfish.
It's an effing starfish. I don't understand that.
That's what.
Oh yeah, that's
Kevin's word.
Oh yeah, Kevin.
Like, oh, we're so good at swearing.
Oh, we can swear. It's a fucking starfish. And then we have a lightly speckled green yarn that has like little rust speckles on it. Very fun to make. I have another colorway that was kind of similar, but this one was so fun to make.
Like those baby speckle looks really amazing.
Yeah, we saw someone
stockinette stitch.
We saw someone hand crank, sock machine crank the tube of this yarn, and it looked very good. So it'll make nice socks. And because it's just a little bit lightly speckled, then you won't get like pooling. And then the mini is complimentary, and it's Edith's Butler.
It's all on our BFL sock base.
Yeah,
it is.
80% blue face Leicester wool, and then 20% nylon.
Really hard wearing, really pretty.
Yeah. So that was the first month.
Month 2 has been sent, and month 3 start to be dyed next week.
Yes, yeah. We already did some tests. We planned most of it ahead of time, but then when we actually dye it, we refined the recipe and method, and so we still have to do a little work on the third one, but then second one is very nice as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we say which one it is?
It's either the jellyfish or the octopus.
You're so smart.
Yep. I know.
You must have been really good at Where's Waldo.
Yes.
Next thing that
was for dyeing.
Yep. Spinning. I got my groove back. I finished this and I am obsessed with it. I just love Hedgehog Fibers Fiber Club because they take me out of my comfort zone color-wise. They're mostly really highly saturated colors, and on that one you had a 50-gram braid on a white base that was all the pinks and the blue, and with it a complementary one on the gray base. So I've got same color on a white and on the gray base, and I've spun them together, and I just love how tonal it ended up being, and I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of pulling out of it, which is I got excited to try out what's gonna look like. And I'm getting better at making really thin yarn, and I was hoping to have a sport weight yarn, but then this one turned out to be fingering. But I'm really excited though. But I made
Oh yeah.
it's 134 gram, and I got 612 meter out of it. So it turned out to be fingering, and it is. I blocked it.
It's very
Extremely
nice.
soft. I think this one was like merino, and the gray. I didn't. I thought I wrote everything down, but not on that one.
It's a nice twisted skein.
That's the part you do.
Yes. That's the only part I do.
I'm really good at twisting skein. I'm good at twisting yarn, but not the skein. So I really don't know the project I am gonna do with any of my handspun, but I just love making it. Maybe I'll find like a big blanket project. I don't know.
Yeah. Or you could weave it.
True. I haven't weaved with mine
Or
yet.
yeah. You should.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Anyway, finish this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me again.
Yes.
And
very good.
another finished object that must have been staring you in the face. I've sprint the last part of the sweater, which was just this bottom part. It's my first Raglan sweater by Jared Flood from Brooklyn Boy. No, from Brooklyn Tweed, not Brooklyn Boy Knits. It's knitted in Shelter. This is one of their brand new colorway. It's Cadet, the color. It is American Targhee Colombian wool. This is worsted weight. There's 140 grams, 140 yards for 50 gram. I love it. It's such a color that it's a commitment, but I'm so happy that I've made it.
Well, I don't know if it's the lighting today or if because blocking it changed it a little bit, but it looks better. Like it looks less
in your face. Yeah. It's still like a matte finish, but the color, like I went outside with the dog just after dinner, and I just felt like, okay, that's gonna be the perfect airy sweater for early summer. So this is why I wanted to finish it before summer, because I want to be able to have a little wear out of it. I've made it extra long everywhere because I love to be extra comfy, so my sleeves are really long. And same thing for the bottom. Easy pattern to follow. I love how they wrote this pattern where you actually can fill in your instruction as you go, because there's a big table with all the numbers for each of your size, and the instruction you just add the number from your size to it, so you don't have to read a lot of numbers at once. Like usually we would highlight it.
Yeah.
I quite like this way for a first Raglan sweater. I think it's quite nice. My gauge was
slightly
off to Jared's. He had
20,
and I got
18.
Because I did a whole sweater.
Did you knit it or did I?
You did, but I knit a whole sweater in tones, which is the same. It's Brooklyn Tweed Stone. It's similar to Shelter. Yep. So I knew exactly, like I just used the same needle thinking that I was gonna get the same gauge. I did, but I didn't look at his gauge. So look at gauge from designers. It's always a good thing. But anyway, I just love it. I'm gonna be able to wear it all the time. And I really wanted a blue sweater, like this kind of blue. And I sort of feel that I do look nice in this blue. So
it looks very nice on the camera. Looks nice there too.
Yay. So I do recommend it for first sweater pattern. They have, when you buy the PDF, there's a second PDF that comes with it with a possible modification you could do, like having a short sleeve, having some bust dart, even some shape here. There's many ways of customizing it. As you know, once you've did, you mostly need all the instruction until here, and then you could actually make it exactly to fit your own body type. So I do recommend this one a lot. And Shelter was quite nice. It's the sort of yarn that really changed once you've blocked it, and the true magic happened.
The true magic.
It's true. Oh, magic.
I'm also wearing
a
finished object. I won't talk about it because I've shown it many times. It's the Kangas.
But it's a
Kangas. No, it's not block yet.
Not even steam.
Not even steamed. But hands are woven in.
Ooh.
It's the Kanga Shawl by Aleks Byrd. It's in the Traditions Revisited book that we have in store if you want it. And it's very squishy and warm, and I'm very warm right now. But I did it in all of our new colorways. So you have Ellie's Childhood Home, Lorian's Sage Advice, and then the little braids here. And then you have Nick's Current Obsession, and Kirby's
Pink.
so Kirby's Pink. Yeah. So all of the colors.
They all look really
Yeah.
nice together.
It's a good palette, right? So well that it's like 4 skeins total. I didn't plan correctly, and I had to start a second skein for this one. I should have either stopped early or knit more of the Ellie's here. Maybe knit like a little bit further because I had lots more Ellie's left over. But still, it's a nice thing. So you can either take 4 skeins of BFL Twist DK or of like 4 different colors, or I think it's 4 skeins plus it's 4 skeins of one color and another skein of a secondary color if you want to make a one color version of it.
Because the original sample was one color.
Yeah, the original is one color. It was Louis Shade and Lyra's hat, so it's all the same color throughout except for the braids that have a second color. So that's it. Very nice. I'm just gonna stop wearing it now because it's warm in here. But I'm gonna wear that a lot in the winter for sure. Or maybe if we have more chilly days. Yes.
Please not.
No. It's gonna be 22 Celsius tomorrow. So
like a week after the freezing rain.
Yeah, freezing rain on Wednesday, and then tomorrow, 22.
It's weird. Next thing that I finished, because you were away and I felt alone for quite some time, like at night, I'm just bored and I would just
cold
knit.
in the bed because it wasn't there.
It was so empty. I had the idea of doing a cardigan version of the Moonbump shawl, and the idea turned out in a completely cardigan in such a short amount of time. I was sort of hooked, and I think that's the appeal of a color changing yarn, where you just want to have see the whole fade. So I'm gonna show you the back first, because this is where you see the whole fade. So you have some back shaping at the top, and then this is the whole little fade. The color for the body is
Edith's Butler
on our British DK, which is 75% BFL wool and 25% Masham wool. There we have 268 yards. It's written small, but it's just
yes.
268 yards for 100 grams skein.
Yeah.
Do you remember this weekend when we went to Mineral to have some drinks?
Yeah.
It was a bar where the cocktails were a little bit more expensive in the village. So when we were younger, we would have never been there because it was too expensive. But as adult, behind us was a group of girls at the same age as ours, and they were looking at the menu with all their big flashlights. And I'm like,
I didn't see them.
Yeah. I'm like, well, that's true, but the bar, if your clientele is that, make it so we can see. That was old man grumpy complaining about it's too dark. So yeah, with some little magic. Okay, stay still. Okay.
Yes. Magic.
So here what it's looked like. I'm really, really happy with it. It is my first Raglan design. I've never, not Raglan, my first
cardigan
design.
Not true, but we won't talk about it.
Yeah, it was a failed attempt, but
Yes.
yeah, completed idea
Yeah.
with a good fit. I'm
It was
have
like years ago.
2 3 years
Yeah, it was
early
unbearable hoodie.
well, at the same time.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it was a lot of knitting for nothing.
Yes. Oh well.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Yes.
The color, I do an I-cord cast on, and then you pick up stitches, you do your ribbing, and then on the side here there's like some little ribbing with little I-cord the whole time, because all the bumps are made with I-cord cast off, bind off, and then you pick it back on. Exactly the same technique as for the Moonbumps
Shawl.
shawl. I'm like,
Yes.
I had the right name,
Yes.
and I got surprised. Um, and in the middle, there's a little. I'll do it this time instead. They don't join back to back because in the middle I've added this little band here as a little garment detail, and then you also have at the bottom in I-cord bind off. So after this cardigan, you're
Yep.
gonna be pros at what?
I-cords. And moon bumps.
And moon bumps.
And bumps.
Yeah. Again, there's gonna be a mini
Sorry.
possibility for this one. I've made mine as a normal men's length, but you could actually stop right here to have like a crop cardigan. And then I've made mine again really long just because I love having it here. I don't know why, because
Yeah.
I like the look. You're gonna be able to stop like even earlier and do your little bind. And this is my favorite new colorway of ours. This is my second sweater.
Yeah, but now you have to knit with something else.
I know. Well, I have another one planned with this one. I may change it. We'll see.
We'll see.
The color changing yarn is Spin Cycle Dyed in the Wool. I've used a skein and a half. So for this project, you're gonna need at least 2 skein of a fading yarn. So at least less than 100 grams of sport weight yarn. It can easily be from your own handspun if you have some. Could be leftovers. You could actually do like a different color
Yeah.
at every stripe. And this one was a special colorway for the Knitting Loft, which is a yarn store located in Toronto. Hard in Toronto or in suburbia of Toronto?
It's
In
North,
Ontario.
North York, but I think it's kind of Toronto.
It's
And it's
part
not
of
Toronto.
Toronto.
It's
Toronto.
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 That's what it's all about. Yep. So the most beautiful and handsome tech editor has it in his to-do list. I'll be able to do a call for tester in a while, and it's going to be released around this summer, so it's going
Cool.
to take a little time.
Ooh. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I don't know, but he's gorgeous. Um, Again, favorite base of ours. Everything just
Yes.
breathe. I've made a fingering sweater with this base too, and it's awesome.
You
Yeah.
made an iron sweater, you made a fingering sweater, and
Yeah.
then you made 2 DK sweaters.
Just need a sport one now, and we'll have done
Yeah.
all of them.
Hmm.
Okay, so do I do magic and change back for the end of the episode, or I keep this one?
No, no magic.
No magic.
No. Because
You've
it's
done it.
already a long episode, so
Yeah. Is it Magic Max instead of Magic Mike?
no. Well, yes. Go ahead.
No. No.
I'm gonna try and show you my other finished object because it's already has been given. It's already with someone else. My cute nephew.
Yay.
I finished my. Let's try and put some. I finished my Emma. Oh, we don't see it. Let's see if I remove that. No. Halfway. Sorry. Oh, there you go. So it's my TOFT Emma the Bunny crocheted little thing, and you can see my little nephew's hand.
There's no hand.
He's holding it. It's a fake holding because he is not able to
Yeah.
hold stuff yet.
Also, that's your sister's hand. Because she's so tiny.
No, that's my nephew's. But so I finished it. Put the eyes and nose in the right place. It's very nice. I basically did it twice because I wasn't happy with the tension, and it's my first crochet project, so I redid every pieces twice, and it turned out beautiful. That's it. It's already has been given.
And would you say a crochet tutorial is the best way to learn crochet, or we should do like blankets and other kind of project before?
No, I think it's an easy thing. It's basically just one stitch, so you learn how to hold your yarn, learn how to your tension, like gauge your like do your like have it regular tension. Yeah, and learn how to count stitches a little bit, and then I'm still not sure how to count rows if you don't put like a marker and stuff, but I'm getting better at it. So that's it. It's an easy one to do, and they sell kits like already with the crochet and the filling that you need and everything that you like, little bits of yarns for the eyes and stuff. So they it's called TOFT again, and they sell kits, but what I'm doing is following this
From
book,
the book, yeah.
Edward's Menagerie. So there's about 40, I think, characters in there, and I just bought some yarn to do them, but you can just buy a kit if you want to try it.
Was the Highland Coup from them?
Yes.
Can you do it next?
No, because it's a level 3, so all of their little
so when will you level up?
Huh?
When will you level up?
Well, I'm gonna do all the level ones first, and then
are they all level 1, or there's more?
No, there's level 2 and 3. So
okay.
Yeah, there's so
on the side of the page.
On the side of the page here, but then also when you buy the kit, it says which level it is. And when we were at EYF in
ages ago,
2019,
maybe
18, 19, I don't know, the last one basically, they were there and they had a special Highland Coup character that I bought but never did because I wasn't good enough.
You tried.
I tried, and it's a level 3, and there's loops of yarns and stuff. Like, well, I'm gonna show this one, but it's not this one. But it has like little hair, like it's a hairy crocheted stuff. So Highland Coup is the same, and yeah, I wasn't patient. But if I think I do all the level 1s and then move on to level 2 and 3, then I'm going to be able to do the Highland Coup soon. So that's it. Stay tuned. They're very fun to make.
I want that one because it was really cute.
Yes, I'll make it, and then we can put it on the shelf and look at it. Or you can sleep
on the shelf.
You can sleep with it when you're all alone.
But it's just too tiny. I got low there for tiny hugs.
You can when you're all alone and cold while I'm visiting my nephew. You know.
Yeah.
Magic? You're back with your blue sweater.
No, you did magic. I wasn't. It's you. You're the magician assistant.
I, for the longest time, was like your one project at a time kind of guy. And
this
got out of control. Yes.
I'm the one who
Yeah, you have like 0 projects now.
Well, I have one, but it's gonna be done pretty soon. But yeah.
I am
casting all the things.
Casting on all the things.
Well, it's good. It means you have a lot of knitting mojo, which is always a fun thing.
No, this is not nice to look at. Just no, I'll actually keep it there. I wanted to do that for a while. And I wanted to make a DK version of the Montrealer sweater, my first pattern. And then I wanted to do it in our British DK because we love it so much. So I started. It's not much yet.
The Montrealer is Vincent's first design.
Yeah, first design, first pattern.
Like 5 years? 6 years?
2018, yeah. I think I started it in 2018, maybe released it in 2019.
Maybe.
But yeah. So it's a hoodie. If you're new to us, it's a hoodie sweater. It's striped, starting about at the yoke separation. So the first part is very simple. Like I'm not far. Like it's not hasn't been advanced very much. It has some back shaping. It has a provisional cast on here to make the hood after. So it's a top-down Raglan sweater. Very simple at first, and then it's not that much complicated. But yeah, so I started it in British DK, as I said. It's Ellie's childhood home, the colorway. So our deep teal colorway. Kind of see it here.
This is what it looks like next to the
yeah, with the blue.
So like it's paler, but it's in the same family.
Yeah, I'm not too far. Like I said, I just did the back shaping, and oh no. Lola.
I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
This is
Lola.
She's sleeping. Not really watching us, but oh. She knows.
Yeah. So basically, started it not too far. Just lost the marker, but it's an important one, and that's it. The
original sweater was in worsted weight yarn.
Yeah, it was worsted weight, but it was like a weird. Oh, I don't have my swatch.
It was an old base by Madeline Tosh.
It's the Tosh vintage. I think they still have it, but it was a weird gauge. Like it's a 20 stitches per 4 inches in worsted weight, so it's kind of tight. This one is at 22 for DK, and I think like in a Nairn weight we would go at 18. So 20 kind of was like a weird thing, I thought. But I wanted to make it like a lighter version. So I'm rewriting it, improving it a little bit as well. Simplifying some things that were overly complicated in the pattern for nothing. And that's it. So I'm gonna kind of re-release it. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna have it tested, maybe, because it's gonna be new instructions.
It's gonna have to be a separate pattern, just because.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be a separate pattern because it's. I'll see. Maybe I'm gonna discontinue the other one. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna.
No, you should keep it because it's still worsted weight yarn. I'm
not sure.
Because you have a lot of project out of it.
Yeah, but I could offer it, like, I could update that thing. I don't know. No, we'll see.
Yeah.
It might be We'll see. Might be just another pattern. So basically, like I said, top down, Raglan. When you're done with the body or whenever you feel like it, you can just pick up the stitches here and do the hood part. Yeah, that's it. Very simple. I don't have my swatch because I'm a bad person.
Well, you made a whole sweater. Oh, you mean for the colors? Yeah.
Yeah, for the colors because I striped a little bit. I was thinking of using Natural and Remy's Peach because it has a bunch of stripes of one color, but then there's one stripe. The second stripe is of a different color. So I wanted Remy's Peach to be the contrasting stripe. But I think I might go with Jill's Dusty Rose instead. And maybe Meredith instead of Natural. But I still have lots to knit before I get to the stripe, so I have time to decide. That's it. So that's one project.
I only have one because I've made a whole cardigan and then finished a sweater. Before going to San Francisco, I only had like this amount left to do on the body here. So I didn't want to bring it knowing that I had a total of like 12-hour flights coming both ways.
Just gonna show the bag.
Yeah, it's
That's
a lovely
your bag.
bag. Yeah, it's from Moyle View Yarn. I really love their bags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she handmade them.
Oh, well, that's Max's bag. I like
Another
it.
dye
I
from
stole
Wales
it.
that I love.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
So I wanted a project to work on in the plane and in like something that is easy, like perfect for vacation. And I struggled to find what I wanted to do. I didn't feel like making a sock or anything, and I was just like, eh. And then I released the Moonbumps wrap not so long ago, which is this one, and I've made a knit along for it. And seeing so many people doing it and showing their colors and everything just got me hooked. So I started another one, even though I've made this one not so long ago. It's such an easy and fun knit, and the fact that the color is changing all the way through keeps yourself interested. So I went with a similar yarn, but it's a bit more on the gray side than beige, and I've knit a lot.
Poor Lola.
This is more blankets on her. She's loving it. I wanted to do one similar to the one I'd already made, but with a higher contrast yarn. And this one is a spin cycle dyed in wool that I got earlier this summer at Fiber, the one near Washington. Is it Fiber Space? I was gonna say Fiber Chat.
I wasn't there.
Fiber Space.
You didn't bring me to Washington. And
That's a yarn shop that Michelle Obama went to.
Oh.
I was at the same place as her.
You're one person away, I guess, because you talked to the shop owner. And
that's true. I can say that. Thank you.
he's so annoying with that.
Did you know that you're 2% away of everyone in the world? I'm now at 1% from, well, maybe 2, because I don't know if the person who was there talked to her.
Okay, stop.
That's
No.
Yes.
Okay, talk about your shawl.
You're 0% from somewhere. Yeah, so this is with the hair contrast yarn. It goes from like a pink to a really dark blue. And it just goes back to like a pale teal. So it's really a light fade. And with this, because I wanted to, I'm always scared to wear my knits because I always want to keep them as,
Stop moving your
the
needles.
thing. I always want to keep them as sample or take photos or when we go to events and things. So having two means I can really wear one like a lot and not really care. Well, I'm gonna care about it, but not have it really like neatly. Well, this is not neatly. Everything was neatly done before it became a whole mess here. So, yeah. I only have, I think, 5 stripe left, and I'm on the decrease section. So it's gonna go quite quickly. I'm gonna have it done.
In the decrease section?
Yeah. My decrease section started here.
Yeah, so stop, because we have to film.
Yeah, but in the next few one.
To film tutorials.
Yeah, we're gonna. So this is gonna go quite fast.
Yes.
Yep. And then I'm gonna have to find what I'm knitting because I have a few design idea, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna start them now or if I'm just gonna do a sample or yarn. We're gonna see. But there's currently a knit along for it. It finished at the end of April, so if you're a fast knitter, there's like 2 or 3 weeks left. You can still join. There's some prizes. There's a gift card from us, from Moondrake, and from Spin Cycle.
You got Moondrake correctly too.
Look at me! It took me like 4 or 5 episodes to get all the drinks, all the names right. Many prizes, or if you don't want to feel joined in the knit along, there's still a group on Ravelry, and you can see everyone's project, and it's really exciting. I love to see people's color choices because I'm really stubborn with my colors, so I love to see other
that are less stubborn.
No, color combo that inspired me to go
Uh,
somewhere else.
oh,
Was it cute or not?
yes.
Yep, so that's my only whip.
The only whip. So are you guys ready for the Vincent show?
Come on.
The Vincent Casts Everything show? Well, I'll start with this one because it's only a swatch. So I am test knitting for Johanna. She is making a kid's version of her pattern that was called Grain, probably just Grain, which she's modeling there. That's not the kids version. That's her adult version. But she's making a little kids version, and she's the designer. I also test knitted that little brioche cardigan that I made for my nephew. So I like that she's making all of those.
Did you give it to them while you were there, or it's
No, I sent it I sent it
earlier
as a Christmas in the Christmas box.
Okay.
So test knitting that. I did a swatch. I did a swatch. Look at me. I did a swatch in the round.
I hate those, but yeah, it's a good.
But I did like a full round. I didn't do like with long floats. Yeah, so I did like a full round and I steeked it. I did my first steek. So I learned too. I did that and then learned. So I'm using look at that.
Yeah, it's really it looks higher contrast
Than
on
on camera.
Yeah.
I'm using the British 4-ply, so fingering weight version of our British range. And I'm using Max's Khaki and Twyla Sand. So it has like a little, like it really looks like a wheat type thing, even though it's not Mini's wheat. It looks like a little wheat stalk on a green background. So very nice. The yarn blooms a lot, which was nice because our gauge is a little bit loose. I think it's 22 in fingering weight, so that's very loose, but I tried it with the recommended needles, and when I blocked it, it kind of bloomed and everything went at the right place, and I'm almost on gauge, so I'm gonna start ahead.
It's another type of yarn that once it's blocked,
yeah, it
does like all the magic happen. Especially
it was not nice in the round. Like it was like a very small circumference. Like color work in a small circumference is not fun, and it looked a little bit raggedy. But I did a crochet reinforcement on my swatch, and then I steeked it. And that's it. And it looks like super nice. And it's soft, so even though it's non-super wash, touch it.
Oh, I know it.
Yes, but look at that.
It is.
So that's the first whip,
it.
but not kind of whip. Sorry. My little swatch for that. I'm going to start it because deadline is in May. But I'm doing the 2-year-old size, so
even though if it's fingering, it's gonna go.
Yeah, it's gonna go very quickly.
Boom, boom.
So, boom, boom. And then,
come on, test knit.
Because there's not enough of one test knit. Oh, and this is gonna look a little bit crazy, but many colors. I'm doing another test knit for another designer friend, Aleks, that you've seen the shawl that I've showed, and I had tested her Habemic. I don't remember. The Habemic, the little socks that I showed 1 or 2 episodes ago with little fringes. That was from her as well, and now this is a sock pattern with Rosamina motif. It's an Estonian technique where you basically put floats in front of the work to make a little motif. And I started last night, so it's very small. Well, I'm gonna try and show the actual motif. There you go. I chose colors similar to hers.
But it's so pretty.
I know.
The two shades of red.
When we do test knits, and then everyone wants to do the same color as the original, I'm like, but we have so many color combinations we could show. But then I was pulling all of the skeins that I had, and I was like, but this is the one I want.
That's the thing, because I spend for example, if I do something with color work that includes a lot of colors, I spend and agonize for such a long time to make all the color go together. So if someone uses the same or similar color, it's totally fine, because it means that I've made my job.
It's gonna look nice.
Yeah, because these two together for a whole sweater, I don't think I would have done it, but has a little.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like,
really cool.
So it's our BFL sock yarn superwash, 80% superwash, blue face Leicester wool, and then 20% nylon. I'm using Hammerstone, same yarn I used for the other sock, because it's a nice gray for sock. I like it's very neutral, and then this
one is Lyra's hat, the darker one.
Yeah,
red we had for a long time. And spoiler alert, I'm gonna do a sweater now out of it in a couple of weeks. I've been obsessed with that shade of red for a long time. And then this one is one of the new one we had. It's Nick's current obsession.
Yes. So it's really fun. It goes quickly because it's basically just stocking it, but then you have little floats once in a while. But it's easy to make. You just bring the yarn, bring the floats forward, and then knit a few stitches and bring it backwards.
What? Yeah, it's gonna be this one.
So yeah, that's it. It looks nice with two colors. Like the sock has, I don't have the other page, but she has another sample which has like a one color motif.
Oh, nice.
Instead of two. Yeah, and you can use Spin Cycle for that.
Oh, you made
Yeah, I made the
mitts.
Gloveless. Fingerless, gloveless. Gloveless.
It's
gloveless
just
mitts.
Arm wristbands.
It's just like little finger.
Oh yeah. Fingerless mitts.
Fingerless. Yeah. Mitts with motifs like that, and I use Spin Cycle in it, so it does basically like a fade. But you can use one color, you can use many things. So that was second whip or third whip.
Could we have done little bobbins of colors instead of having the whole?
Yes, but I didn't have mini skeins. But it could have been a mini skein.
No, I mean attached to it, so you have less of a kerfuffle. I just wanted to say,
but it doesn't now. It's all messed up because we brought it up. But when it was on the couch, it was fine. Like it doesn't tangle or anything. Yeah, but yeah, you could do
because I was just saying because she always used little bobbins.
Yeah, but it's
not that.
You could have. But I didn't know how much I needed, so I didn't do a bobbin. But I have some of her bobbins. She has little wooden bobbins to do kind of color work or intarsia or stuff. And then so I have some of those. I could have done that. But no,
available at AleksByrd.com.
Yeah, Aleks-Byrd.com, I think. Yep.
Google her name and you're going to find the website.
So, second... whip, third whip, and then come on socks. When I was in Squamish, there's a new yarn shop. It's called Sweet Threads. It's a new yarn shop. Squamish has been growing like so quickly since the first time I was there.
It's in British Columbia, and it's between Vancouver and Whistler.
Look at you, geography.
It's just I know 3 things in BC.
Um, oh yeah, and then you always want to go to the
Okanagan Valley.
Okanagan Valley, and like
Well, it's
8
closer than
hours
here.
away,
Well, it's
but
closer than here.
anyway, so
I'm not gonna shut
Squamish
up until you
has-
bring me there. I want wine and
Squamish
beer.
has been growing very quickly because the prices of housing in Vancouver has gone up like so quickly. So people are moving out of the city, and it's kind of a next step. And it's a beautiful place. It's nestled in the mountains, but it's at sea level. So the region is called the sea to sky region because you can have the sea and then you can have the mountains that are just like there. So
Well,
the
you can
mountains
have
are
the
the
sea.
sky.
And the sky.
Yeah, but the sky is the mountains. Um and yeah, so when I first was there, there were no new constructions or almost no new constructions. There was yarn at Walmart, and there was yarn in the corner of a gelato shop in the downtown part. Like it was,
Yeah, not
was
available readily
Yeah.
for.
but now there's a new yarn shop. It's called Sweet Threads. I don't think they've been open for more than a year, or maybe it's just been a year, but it's fairly recent. And they have a great selection of yarn. They have a mix of hand-dyed and then more affordable yarns, but it's still the nicest commercial yarn if you want. And yeah, and they have stuff that you can find not in most stores, but like you can find more easily. But then there's also
It's curated.
yeah, it's a nice curated shop. Like I really like how it was placed and the choices that the owners made for the collection. And it's not like sometimes you feel like not all yarn shops, but sometimes you feel like they all have the same thing, or they you can see the same brands everywhere, like Cascade everywhere, or there's stuff like that. But when it's nestled with other brands that you don't know, it feels like new. So it's like really fun. And I discovered, thanks to the lovely people that were working that day, I forgot their names, but one we had met at Knit City when we
our
were
table.
yeah, the table during knit night when we were all masked. So she was like, I think you were sitting at my table. I'm like, oh yes, but
Yeah, and
we
she
were all
said,
masked,
"I'm from
like-
Squamish," and who got excited because he knew where it was?
yes,
Me.
you. So it was Knit City 2021. I think it was the first one after the pandemic. It was
Yeah, it was a
smaller
mini
one.
Knit City.
Yeah. Anyway, so they showed me that yarn. Well, they showed me the wall of local yarns, and I had seen that dyer, but only like a few days before that. So it was like very like a chance find. Her name on Instagram is Crafty Jacks, or Crafty Jack. I don't remember if there's an S or not. And she's a BC dyer. She has like a beautiful product, and this is called the Hardy Socks.
Hardy
Sock. It's her own base. It's custom spun. It's 75% blue face Leicester, non-superwash, and then 25% mohair. So it's like a non-nylon yarn. And this is the Sea to Sky colorway. You see? And it's the exclusive colorway. Like Max, I'm
a
a
sucker
sucker
for
for exclusive colorways. And it's beautiful too. Like, so
Yeah.
sorry. So local dyer, Sea to Sky colorway, exclusive colorway. Like I couldn't resist. And I basically started a vanilla
Did you
suck.
you started working on it there, or
I wanted to, but then I didn't.
but you had the
I had the yarn.
and the needles, the DPF.
I had bought needles that I didn't use.
Oh.
I started here, so those are needles that I got as a gift to myself, and they're
Aren't they knitter spray?
no, there's
Oh yeah.
I had them engraved by Delz. They're signature needle arts needles. I only have those. Just one little gift. I got a gift card from someone, and then bought that with them. Anyway, so just cuff down because that's the only way to knit socks. Cuff down. Sorry. Sock. Stockinette. Some ribbing. I did a square heel or a Dutch heel, reinforced, and now I'm at the foot part. That's it. It has a little gusset. Yep. So, come on, socks. Oh, and there's progress keeper that I won't show because it's
Coming
new.
soon.
Coming soon.
It's really really pretty, and I love the mix.
Yeah, the base is very fun. She reskeins her skein us, and so it was like beautifully twisted, and it looked very great in the skein form as well.
Did it have like a swatch knitted in the shop of that base, or?
I think they had like a sock.
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah, and yeah, so it very nice. Oh, almost showed it.
And it's so small.
Yeah,
So small.
so small,
So small.
and that's it. So another whip. The next work in progress is a sewing project for me. Like I mentioned, I think the other episode, I was looking to make the one-on-one trouser from. Yeah, I did show the pattern. So I selected a size. It's a one-on-one trouser by Merchant and Mill. It's a basic pants pattern, sewing pattern, and I selected a size, but I wasn't sure about the sizing because it's just numbers that don't really mean anything, but you had measurements, so I selected the ones I thought were the closest.
Is there classes for just understanding how patterns works?
They work like knitting patterns. So you have like the measurement of the finished garment, and then you have the measurement of the body, which correspond to the size. But it was like size 6 or 8 to 20 or something. I don't remember the range, but they are women sizes. So you have like a smaller waist to hips ratio than a man have, so I didn't know which one I should choose. So I basically winged it. Chose one size, and it was almost the right size. But I did what we call a toile, or
It's a toile.
It's a toile. So I basically did the entire pattern using unbleached cotton, undyed unbleached cotton, and it was so fun. But you can see they're a little bit large, and they're a little bit too high as well. So I'm gonna they ride up like almost to here.
Well, yeah, it's a high-waisted.
It's a high-waisted pant already, but there's like the crotch was too deep, I think would be the right way to call it. But it has pockets. I made all the pockets. Mm-hmm. It has a little fake crotch thing here, and I did a little drawstring hole and everything. Like it's a fully formed pair of pants, except that it's not hemmed. But yeah,
Michel Visage would have said it. Your pants aren't hem. We can see it on the runway.
I'm going to go one size down, and I'm probably gonna follow something that I found on the web, and maybe people who sew in the comments can help me, but I found the top down center out method to fit pants.
Top, down, center, out. It feels like a cheerleader
Yes.
dream.
You basically make the
Bring it on.
waistband, like you make the waistband and then just one leg, and then you adapt the pattern to do that. Or I might just, again, wing it, go one size down, shorten the crotch a little bit, and that probably will be okay. But
Will you always do that, doing it on unbleached cotton before doing the finale?
I think so, or like I might not have to do the entire thing. Like I could have skipped doing the pockets. I could have skipped doing both legs. Like I could have done just
to try
one
it,
leg.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but it still helped me figure out the instructions as well.
Because the pants, you're gonna do it with the fabric, a souvenir fabric that we got from Scotland, right?
No, that one I had.
From Merchant and Mill?
Yeah, merchant. I had ordered for Merchant
Okay.
and Mill, but it has stripes on it, so I wanted to make sure, like, I'm gonna have to
Match
the stripes and everything, or at least. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that I had the right size for that as well, and it's not too bad to do the pattern twice. Like it's once you've done it, you know how to do it. It goes faster for the second time, and it's not like knitting that it takes
ages, yeah.
like many hours. It just takes.
I'm saying ages, you're saying hours.
Yeah.
One of us is drama.
Yes. So like I don't know,
Am
like
I the drama?
a pair of pants, maybe 6 hours from start to finish. If you're all like, if your pattern is cut, then you have to cut the fabric and stuff. But yeah, like it's not 60 hours, like a sweater or something. Yeah, so that's another whip because I'm soon gonna do the real version. But they're gonna be pajama pants, like they're gonna be loungewear pants, not gonna be outdoor pants. So it's still like I can still have them a little bit loose and stuff because it's not as important that they fit really well. But I might also make one because we have some linen that we bought for that. And I might make a pair for the summer as well.
From Scotland?
No, Richard and Mills. You know the khaki green linen, and I had black. I made my T-shirt in that black.
Okay.
I think we have enough for a pair of pants as well. So, might make like a really summer type thing.
Yeah.
You know, so sewing adventure. And last one, and I'm basically just gonna show what I started because before
Yeah, it looks like a little dead thing.
before
While
it's
you're making
assembled, it looks like nothing. So I'm making the second one of the book. It's called Alexander the Blue Russian Cat.
It's a cat?
The Russian blue cat. Yeah, it's a cat. It's a cat. Look,
Yeah, I see it.
it's a cat. Max. So Alexander, the Russian blue cat, and I basically did the body and the head, and then I started doing an ear, and I thought I would be clever and make it a little bit shorter, but then, so the body is just this little empty pouch. It's not a lot to show, right? But it's the standard body, like all of that. I think those I'm just gonna start showing the finished objects. I'm not gonna start. And then I have the little head.
It's a balloon.
Here. It's a balloon. Still has the little thing, but the head is already finished and filled. And yeah, that's it. So that's my next one. But yeah, next Next time I'll just show when I finish them. Not little empty balloon pouch. Like, yeah. So that's it. That was it. All my whips, all my projects.
So you're gonna have a lot of finished object next time, or it's all gonna be in
Yes.
whips.
Yes, next time. When next time? We're going to. Yeah, maybe.
Which one do you think you're gonna be able to finish?
For in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Alex's sock,
For the deadline, okay.
both of them, and then at least one sock of this other one. Yeah. So Alex's sock I'm gonna be done, and then this sock, and I'm gonna finish Alexander as well. Let's do that.
Just one. Just select one.
Alex's sock, because I have a deadline for that. So
Oh, and you were gonna say travel. Today, if you're watching it on the date release, so we are Friday, I am currently in the train on my way to Quebec City, where I will be tomorrow, Saturday, attending the Quebec's International Book Fair. So in French is Le Salon du Livre International de Québec. It's a really long title. It's a book fair.
Quebec.
I've been there pretty much every year for my whole career as an illustrator, except the past 2 years where it was locked down and all those things. So now it opened back up. I'm gonna be happy to finally be able to go see the kids that are reading my books. So if you're a French reader from French, mostly a parent, because
French speaking.
French-speaking parent who lives in Quebec City, I'll be there with Karen, the author of the books, Saturday. So do come say hi if you're there, and bring your kids. I do drawings and all those things. I'm just happy to be able to be back
Yes.
and see all my authors friends.
And I'm gonna be alone, cold in the bed.
I'm not gonna be gone for that long.
And then you can tell me some stuff to watch on TV, maybe.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of horror movie you could watch.
Oh,
I
yes.
can tell you which one are good. You can watch them.
Yeah. So
You can finish Yellow Jacket. Season
I'm
2.
already up to date.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's releasing one episode.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
We still used to get everything all at once.
Yeah. That was it for the whips. Like we mentioned, a lot less yarn, but we're gonna work on replenishing it. Since last episode, the new book, 52 Weeks of Socks,
It's
Volume
really
2.
pretty.
Is officially out, so we still have a few copies in the shop if you want one. And the Habemic,
I got the whiff of the
the
brand.
new book.
The new book smell.
I don't know if there's. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, 201. I can show the actual. So those are the ones that I made from Aleks Byrd. We mentioned someone, I don't remember her name, that did all of the 52 weeks of socks.
Volume 1. I don't know if she's gonna do volume 2.
Weeks. But I kind of want to do it. And
Because you're a completionist in video games. Completionist in video games.
Yeah.
So if you start doing that, he still watched Grey's Anatomy. He hasn't given up. That's to give you an idea.
No, I'm like way behind now.
But you're, okay.
But yeah, I could like just do either them as samples or gift them to my sister. And I don't have to do all of them for myself, but they're really nice. They're really, there's a bunch of nice. This is a simpler one. Here you have like a little color work one, little booties type thing. And then another one that has like a very nice detail. So yeah, I think I want to do them. Look at that. No, this one. They look so nice. So, very good book, lots of ideas. Who's with me to do 52 weeks of socks? Volume 2.
Well, you could pick from both. Yeah. We still have some of the first book too available and shawls.
Not the socks.
Not the
just
socks.
shawls.
We have
Yes.
52 weeks of shawl too.
Yeah.
And we've talked a lot about it, and it's happening. So this Saturday, we're gonna do tomorrow.
If you're watching this on Friday.
Yeah, we're gonna do something special. We have the Heidenheimer bags. We're gonna divide it into 3.
Yes. Well, one, they don't know about those, so we can start by showing those.
Yeah. Okay. So first,
well,
we have a restock of these bags, which are exclusive to us. It's the retreat bag from Heidenheimer. There's a little fox right in front. It's
written also Les Garçons in the back.
You close it like that. And this is adjustable, so you can actually wear it like a little...
Yeah, mine is by my side when I wear it.
Yeah. And I've used it like so much. Like, this is what I was wearing at the Aldi Fiber event I went to, and you can fit so much stuff in it. Like, my whole Moonbumps was getting in
there.
Yeah.
So it looks small there, but it's mighty.
Yeah, it's like
so
the
we have a restock of that. We've asked New of Heidenheimer to make as much as possible, so that's what we got. We're gonna split them into 2 groups, 2 quantities, so that people have a chance. Maybe we don't know if it's gonna work, but we want to try and have the most people get one if they want it, and not have to fight in the first few minutes of a shop update. So we're gonna put them in stock at 2 different times.
Because we get it, like Heidenheimer feels really exclusive because it's small batch quantity, handmade, high quality, and those are like special collaborations, so they do tend to sell out quickly. So this is why we're gonna try something new. It might work, it might not work. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see.
We're gonna try. At least we try something different, of not just putting it out there and then. So
we're gonna
before we continue, this is gonna be Saturday. Please subscribe to the newsletter.
Yeah, all the instruction.
The link is going to be in the comments. Please subscribe to the newsletter, and all of the instructions and direct links are going to be in there with times and stuff. So everything's going to be there. It's going to be easier to go there. If not, it's going to be at 12 Eastern for the first batch, and then at 2 Eastern for the second batch.
Yeah.
And at 1...
Yeah, and in between... we had a Zoom with her, and she said she had some fabric left from our first collaboration with her. So she made O3s, which is our iconic roll top bag. She made she used all the leftover fabric she had to make us bags like we had before. So this one is empty, so it has a weird shape.
Yeah.
But
this contains like 10 skeins.
Yeah, sweater quantity.
It's crazy.
The fun thing is you can roll it to the heights that it closed because of the little back here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna show the one I have because it's filled with yarn where it doesn't even close, but it has like really nice and really pretty details with our little.
Yeah, they're all yellow straps. The fabric, like we said, she used everything that she had left, so we have like a very, very, very few quantity of that.
Yeah, when they're gone, they're gone. Which means that I'm gonna do another collab for another pattern after that. But these were last chance.
There was smaller cuts of fabric that we put in there. This one is the number 10, and it's my favorite bag of all. I've been, I had her make one for me like especially just for personal use. Exactly the same, and I bring it everywhere. Whenever I travel, it's the perfect under the seat.
In the airplane, it fits perfectly.
It fits like right there. The seat is right there.
You can put a laptop in it. You can put another
13-inch laptop, like the screen.
This one on the side fit perfectly in it. It's
really the perfect travel bag, and it's also my next to the couch bag where it has all of my other projects when I'm not using it. So it has like a little inlay of Les Garçons fabric. There's pockets. There's pockets here, and then pockets on the other side. Those are bigger. They're more expensive, but you're gonna use it forever. And I have mine. It's been like a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's been around the world. Because I haven't been around the world. But like it's traveled a lot, and it's like very nice quality.
I saw it as like a designer bag where you can put like many whips at once, your computer. Like I know Carmen has her notebook.
Yeah,
like it's little on a go. Yeah.
Like it fits the book, and it's still like a lot of room. So again, very few of those, and when they're gone. It was only to use the little bits of fabric.
Yep.
And we like that because sustainability. And yeah, that's it. So again, one batch at noon of retreat bags. At 1 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna have the number 10s and the number 3s. And then second batch of retreat bags at 2. So we hope that not too many of you are disappointed, but we've asked Nu to make as much as she can, and we're gonna get more. We're gonna get different ones.
And if you don't get it, well, it's just bags. We're sorry, but it's just we have yarn and many other things. And there's a lot of bag makers out there too. Like
but we're gonna have different bags. We're gonna have like different many opportunities for Nu to get a nice product. And if again you've missed one, Nu has bags on her website.
Yes. I'm looking at that mustard one.
Yeah, she made a new mustard, like a oilskin mustard one, and I've seen it in person.
Like I collect yarn. Can I collect bags too?
You collect bags as well. That's why I'm stealing yours, because you have so many. You don't need them all.
Well, I want them to fit with the color of my project.
Yeah.
That's what I'm giving you each time you're starting a project.
Yeah, this one fits.
Yes.
So, thank you for being here and indulging us with this ramble once again. And see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, we should. We're going to be able to do it before.
Yes, we should.
Yeah, nothing on the plan so far that should stop us from filming.
See you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I'll have 2 socks done.
Do not make...
a cat.
Just say one.
And a cat.
And a cat.
It's a cat.
It's a cat. It's a badge. All right. Well, he's already gone, but I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys.
Bye.
Bye.